Sabi ni Provincial Director Unos, sabihin nyo lahat ng sasabihin nyo para marinig sa inyo kung ano yung dapat marinig. At sinabi po namin lahat. And to our surprise, ang sagot lang niya, hindi po totoo yan, baka nakikinig lang kayo sa mga chismis-chismis. Ako po, may kanya-kanya tayong pagkukulang at kasalanan, but I'm no liar, hindi po ako sinungaling. I'm a lawyer, not a liar. Kaya, Hepe, alam mo kung ano yung sinasabi mo. At alam mo yung sinabi mo kay Private Paul na walang congressman. At ang sinasabi mo pa, wala naman nasa pwesto yung si Atty. Matibag. Wala nang asim yan. Eh meron naman tayong mga boss na pumoproteksyon sa atin.
Good afternoon po. Please stand and raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this inquiry? Thank you. Please take your seat.
Okay, thank you so much, everybody. So I will be allowing the proponent of the privilege speech that was delivered 2 weeks ago. So Congresswoman Ann Matibag, you are recognized.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. To the members of the committee and to the resource persons from the PNP, DILG, and other concerned agencies present here today, I come before you not only as a member of this Congress, but also most especially as a citizen of the Republic of the Philippines to express my utmost concern regarding the current situation in the 1st District of Laguna, City of San Pedro. I presented during my privileged speech at the session hall last May 6, 2024, the 4 instances where the breach of public trust was committed by the PNP San Pedro against our constituents. Hindi ako mapapagod na ulit-ulitin ang mga kalabisan na aking naranasan at nakita sa mahal kong bayan ng San Pedro. Kamakailan ay dumalo ako sa pagpupulong dito sa Committee on Public Order and Safety kung saan tinalakay ang Resolution number 1479 na isinusulong ni Deputy Speaker David J.J. Suarez at nasasaad dito ang panawagan ni D.S. Suarez upang siyasatin at imbestigahan ang violence, harassment, intimidation, and other criminal acts na nangyari bago, habang at matapos ang 2023 Barangay at Sangguniang Kabataang elections. Tulad ng tinalakay sa nakaraang committee hearing kaugnay ang mga pahayag ng PNP Lucena, maihahambing natin ang karanasan ng mga mamamayan ng Lucena sa mga hindi magagandang pangyayari na dinadanas rin sa San Pedro. Pruweba ang mga ito ng kakulangan sa isang matibay, matatag at pinalakas na pamumunuan ng PNP na siyang magtatanggol sa karapatan ng bawat mamamayan at hindi lamang ng para sa iilan. I present to you once again the 4 out of the numerous instances where the lapses of the PNP or its interpretation of its policy are strongly evident. First, during the 2023 Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan election on orders of the Chief of Police, some policemen tried to bring the ballot boxes from Adelina Elementary School to the City Hall instead of rightfully bringing it to San Pedro Elementary School, the COMELEC designated canvassing center. Sa katunayan, ang trabaho ng kapulisan noong nakaraang eleksyon ay hindi ang magdala o mag-deliver ng balota, ngunit ang magbigay ng security sa COMELEC at DepEd personnel. On a personal note, I myself experienced the arbitrary discretion of our Chief of Police during the GSIS Fiesta celebration. The COP pulled out and recalled the policemen on patrol duty in their area of responsibility who were providing security and crowd control during the said festivity. This is unbecoming, most especially as I, a congresswoman, was present and was acting on official duty and engagement with our constituents. Sa gitna ng karamihan ng tao at kung saan ako ay dumadalo bilang kinatawan ng Kongreso noong pa tinanggal ang patrolmen na siyang nagbabantay ng kasiguridad at kaayusan sa fiesta celebration. The third instance happened on December 15, 2023 during the scheduled ABC elections as instructed by the Liga ng mga Barangay National Chapter. Police officers armed with high-caliber firearms cordoned and locked the session hall of the Sangguniang Panlunsod of the City of San Pedro. This prohibited the entry of elected punong barangays from conducting their scheduled meeting where the election of the ABC officers will take place. Sino naman po ang nasa tamang kaisipan ang gagawa ng gantong klase ng paglalabag at paggalang sa mga elected officials ng ating bayan? Ang mga hinalal ng bayan ay hindi dapat pigilan sa kanilang magampanan ng kanilang tungkulin. Hindi makatarungan, hindi patas at hindi makatao. Dagdag pa rito, ipinakita ng mga kapulisan ang kanilang pagmamalabis nang sinubukan nilang arestuhin ang isang tao na nakapaglagak na ng piyansa. Dumating ang mahigit kumulang 30 policemen, armado ng malalakas na kalibre ng baril at SWAT equipments at kotse, kasama ang social media teams at City Public Information Officers sa pangunguna na naman ng hepe ng pulis ng San Pedro. Sinubukan nilang takutin at arestuhin ang isang elected barangay kapitan sa katauhan ni Kapitan Eugenio Inion Jr. sa kabila ng kanyang pag-comply ng bail requirements. Isang injustice ang naganap sa harap ng tahanan ni Kapitan Inion. Nasaan ang katarungan? Sino nga ba ang pinagsisilbihan ng kapulisan ng San Pedro? Imbes na magbigay ng kapanatagan, ang ating kapulisan ng San Pedro City, ang liderato nito ay nagdudulot ng kaguluhan, pananakot at masamang imahe ng kapulisan sa mga nakakakita ng kanilang buktot na operasyon. In multiple occasions, we have relayed this information to the Regional Director and Provincial Director of the Philippine National Police. However, the lack of response, investigation, and action on these grave matters led me to this very day. Alam ko ang proseso. Alam ko kung saan dapat unang idulog ang panawagan ng bayan ng San Pedro ukol sa aming kapulisan. Ngunit ako ay hindi pinakinggan. So saan pa ba ako pupunta at hihingi ng tulong kung di sa mababang kapulungan? Kung saan ang bawat boses ay pakikinggan at bibigyan ng karampatang aksyon. Bilang isang nanay, isang babae, katakot-takot ang mga pangyayaring ito. So nasaan na ang seguridad na siyang dapat maramdaman ng mamayan ng tulong ng ating kapulisan? Hindi ko lubos maisip na sa loob mismo ng aming village ay mangyayari ang ganitong klaseng harassment at intimidation. Kaisa po ang representasyon nito sa panawagan na muling bisitahin ang Philippine National Police Act upang mabigyan ng tunay na kahulugan ang intensyon ng batas na ito para mabuwag ang private armies ng mga politiko. Ubusin ang mga tiwaling miyembro ng kapulisan at baguhin ang masamang imahe ng ating pambansang pulisya. Bilang kinatawan ng San Pedro sa Kongreso, lalo't higit bilang Lagunanay na ang tanging tungkulin ay tiyakin ng kapakanan, katiwasayan at kaligtasan ng bawat mamayan, nais kong magkaroon ng malinaw na pulisiya upang hindi na maulit ang mga pangyayari sa bayan ng San Pedro, sa bayan ng Lucena at sa bawat panig ng bansang Pilipinas. Nawa ay maging instrumento ang lahat ng ito upang ating makamtan ang kapayapaan patungo sa bagong Pilipinas. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Congresswoman Ann Matibag. So kanina po parang may nadinig ako na no actions were taken by the Provincial Director and the Regional Director. Have you have submitted to them the complaints that
Yes, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
so can you reply on this, RD and PD? No action taken?
Your Honor, upon receipt of the letter of Congresswoman Matibag addressed to the Chief PNP, dinirect po kaagad natin yung R7 natin na mag-conduct ng investigation and also the Provincial Director, Your Honor.
O merong what happened to the investigation?
Nasa stage na po ng pre-charge, Your Honor.
Pre-charge.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So Congressman Matibag, you want to
Mr.
express
Chair,
some questions?
following the direction from our RD, I believe RD na yung R7 ay meron ng recommendation para sa sitwasyong ito because alam nyo, Mr. Chair, and to the committee members, I've already tackled this with the former Chief PNP Acorda. So, Chief PNP Acorda make an action about this situation and actually, we are aware that R7 already reported it to the regional director. However, upon that, is it correct, RD, that you received the recommendatory action of the R7?
andito po yung R7 natin. Maybe he can enlighten us.
Okay, we'll be asking the R7 to take his seat. We are talking about here, Congressman
But
Matibag.
Mr. Chair, I
yes.
was asking RD if he was able to receive the recommendatory action submitted by the R7. So you could actually answer my question and not relate it to the R7 officer.
RD, please directly answer the query of Congresswoman Matibag.
Your Honor, there was a recommendation for pre-charge and I immediately approved for the conduct of pre-charge investigation, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, what do you mean by pre-charge?
RD, please explain.
Your Honor, a pre-charge investigation is the preliminary investigation or examination and evaluation of the complaint for the purpose of determining the existence or non-existence of probable cause, Your Honor.
So in other words, para
substance po
silang
yung
piskal, ano?
complaint, Your Honor.
Parang piskal.
Mr. Chair, to our RD, did you receive the R7 report? Yes or no? Yun lang muna, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Your Honor. The R7 that time recommended that a pre-charge investigation be initiated, which I immediately approved, Your Honor. Kaya nga po, ang sagot ko po kanina is ongoing po yung pre-charge investigation because I approved the recommendation of the R7.
Mr. Chair,
So in other words, if I may, Congresswoman Matibag. So are we talking about what issue? Yung issue nung, do you have like 3 issues that you mentioned in your previous speech, correct?
yes,
Congresswoman?
Mr. Chair.
The first issue is about yung sa ano yung reprimand of the security, no? Yun yung first. And second is issuance of the
Warrant of arrest to the
And
Barangay
the third?
Kapitan. We have the what happened in
police
the
resources.
Sangguniang.
So are these are all the complaints that you have lodged to the regional director?
Yes, Mr.
All right.
Chair.
So go ahead, Congressman Matibag.
So isn't it correct, Mr. Chair, to our RD that upon receiving the report from the R7, you submitted it to the police director?
No, Your Honor. Ibabalik po ito sa R7 para mag-conduct po sila ng pre-charge investigation, Your Honor. However, I also directed the provincial director to conduct their own investigation, Your Honor, because I have a provincial director who oversee yung mga chief of police, Your Honor.
So RD, hindi, Mr. Chair, so ang RD, hindi niya binigay sa PD. Kapag nung nasa RD na yung investigation from the R7. I just want to clear on that matter, Mr. Chair. Kung baga, Mr. Chair, nahawakan ba ng PD yung recommendation ng R7?
No, Your Honor. Because it's the R7 who will conduct the pre-charge investigation, Your Honor,
Okay, so
at the regional level.
so Mr. Chair, what is the status now of the pre-charge submitted by the R7?
Your Honor, the R7 is here to explain to us kung saan na po sila banda, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Chair, we can
Yes, sir.
hear it from the R7.
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Acop, will you allow the interjection of Congressman Acop?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, go ahead, Congressman Acop.
may I request the R7 to brief us also when the time that they received the complaint and the time they started their investigation para makita natin yung time frame. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
All right, thank you. Good suggestion from Chairman Acop. R7, can you kindly tell us the whole story, the time element that was involved, and also what's the status of the case already filed on your office? Please state your name and your
Sirs, I'm Police Magistrate Mayuga Araha, the officer in charge of the Regional Investigation and Detective Management Division or the R7.
Police Mayuga.
Mayuga Araha po.
Mayuga Raha.
Apo, middle name po yung Mayuga, sir. Araha po yung... Sir, upon receive po ng letter complaint po ni Sir Attorney Melvin Matibag on April 5, 2024, we conducted validation, sir. And
Wait.
yung letter po, April 5, 2024, sir.
Kailan mo siya na-receive?
Yun nga po, sir, April 5.
April 5 din. Okay.
Then, on April, after the conduct of validation, sir, on April 21, we submitted the result of our investigation and recommending the conduct of pre-charge investigation against personnel of San Pedro CCPS, and it was approved, sir, by our Sir Regional Director, sir. And the instruction, sir, of our Regional Director is to conduct pre-charge investigation, sir, against those personnel involved, sir. And as of now, sir, bali, sir, ina-explain po namin sila, sir. Then, tinaray namin, sir, na i-contact si Sir Attorney Matibag, sir, for him to lodge a formal complaint, sir, dahil siya po yung sumulat. Subalit, to lodge a complaint and para po mag-fill up po ng non-forum shopping form. And due to unavailability po ni Sir Matibag, sir, after several, unavailable po siya. Kaya po ang action take po namin, sir, dahil nga po, may time frame po kami, sir, our office serve as a nominal complainant na, sir, para po dun sa complaint po ni Sir Attorney Matibag. And as of now, sir, the respondents answered or submitted their respective counter affidavit, sir, and respective counter affidavit, sir, last May 22, sir. May 26 pala, sir. The deadline po ng kanila pong submission po ng counter affidavit, sir.
Colonel Araha?
Yes, sir.
May 26 nag-submit ng counter affidavit. Sino? Sila, yung mga respondents?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you kindly give us the submitted counter affidavits? You haven't submitted yet to us yung mga copies that hawak ninyo because I don't have any details of
Chair.
anything.
I
Yes,
would also
Congressman
like to
Matibag.
request the copy of the R7 report given by the R7 to the RD. And Mr. Chair, I want to ask the R7, what were the efforts made, no, that you were able to contact or you could say that the Attorney Melvin Matibag is unavailable from April 5 to May 26, 2028, 2024?
I'm sorry, ma'am. From May 7 to April 15 po, ma'am, we sent a letter through his official
May
email
7
address.
to April 15. Mali yata yun, iho eh.
May 7, sir. May 7, May 8, sir. And a letter request through via LBC, sir, sa official address po ni Sir Matibag on May 15, sir.
April.
May, sir, May 7, May 8, sir.
Your words, ha? Baka dyan kayo
Yes, yes, sir.
madali. So, May 7, May 8, and May 15,
Yung po yung nag-reach out po kami, sir, kay Sir Attorney Matibag, sir.
I think sige, Congressman Paduano, andito siya na.
With the indulgence of Congressman Matibag. Anyway, yung first na pag-receive nyo ng complaint is April 5. Tama?
Yes, sir. April 5 po.
Pero nagpadala kayo ng is already May 7.
Bali, sir, yung next procedure po namin ginawa, sir, after receiving the letter from the DIDM, letter of Attorney Matibag, sir, is to conduct validation.
Huwag ko muna mag-explain
Yes, sir.
kung paano nyo ginawa. Ang tinatanong ko lang yung timeline.
Yes,
okay?
sir. Yes, sir.
So, April 5.
Yes, sir, April 5.
Then next communication was from your office. Kasi tinatanong ni Rep. Matibag is, what have you done or what is your effort?
Our effort, sir, we conducted validation on the complaint, sir.
Tinatanong ko nga timeline, mga validation man
Yes,
sagot
sir,
mo.
yes, sir. May-
Ang sinasabi ko, April 5. Okay, what have you done? Kasi next mo is May 7 na. That's almost a month.
Yes, sir.
Di ba?
Mr. Chair,
Okay,
ano,
before, okay na, si Congressman na ako, please.
Yes, kasi ang proseso po nila, kung naka-receive ng letter complaint, it is subjected to validation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ganun po ang nangyari. Now, from their validation, titingnan kung may parang cause ang mag-conduct ng investigasyon.
Yes, sir.
So, ang susunod po doon ay pre-charge investigation.
Yes, sir.
So, yun po yung, I think that is the status now.
Yes, sir.
Kasi sinasabi nyo, hindi nag-appear si Attorney Melvin Matibag para i-subscribe in sworn to niya yung kanyang reklamo.
Yes,
Tama?
sir. Opo, yung po
So-
formal complaint po.
But because of the absence of the complainant, kayo ang naging nominal complainant.
Yes,
Pwede
sir.
talaga yun,
Yes, sir.
yung PNP.
Yes, sir.
Tama.
Tama po, sir.
So, tinuloy nyo yung investigasyon.
Yes, sir. Opo.
Yes, so yun ang tanong ngayon. Ano yung status ng investigasyon na yun? Ganun po ang proseso.
Okay, so before I recognize Congressman Paduano, so at least naklaro, no? Kasi kanina parang naguguluhan ako and now it has been clarified that kayo na yung naging complainant instead na si Attorney Melvin Matibag.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yung klaro yun. Sige, go ahead.
Balikan ko lang muna yung tanong ko. Actually, yun yung process na in-explain, di ba, ni Chairman Akop, na in-confirm, no? Yun,
Yes, sir.
Tama.
Opo.
Ang tinatanong kasi is, what is your effort? Kasi may accusation kayo na hindi sumakot si Atty. Matibag. Di ba? Kaya ngayon, nominal complainant kayo, di ba?
Yes, sir.
O, anong effort nyo? Kasi, alam mo naman, magkaiba yun. Yung original complaint, si Atty. Matibag, at saka naging nominal. Ang tanong ko pa nga, kailan kayo nag-pre-charge? nag-start?
Nag-start po kami, sir, ay May 15, sir.
Oh, May 15.
Yes, sir.
More than a month after the first, the date you received the complaint, tama?
Yes, sir.
More than a month. Diba?
Nag-conduct pa po kami, sir,
1
ng
month.
validation. Yes, sir.
1 month and 10 days.
Yes, sir.
Okay, before, at saka nag-pre-charge kayo.
Yes, sir.
Ang tanong ngayon, anong ginawa niyo? Hindi yung investigation, ha?
Apo.
Your effort to reach out, Atty. Matibag. Yun yung tanong niya, no, eh.
Yes, sir.
Pero Matibag, eh.
Sir, nagpadala po kami, sir, ng sulat via LBC, sir, sa official address po ni Sir Atty. Matibag, sir.
When?
May 15, sir. May 15, sir.
Oh,
The request.
that was the first letter.
No, sir.
Hindi, May 7,
Email,
May
sir.
8, May 15. Ay, dali, kung ika-clarify ko lang para to answer yung ano. Kung totoo ito sinasabi mo, ha? May 7,
May 7,
May
sir.
8, and May 15. Is that correct? And the two communication, May 7 and May 8, hindi LBC.
May 13 para, sir, yung LBC, sir. May 13.
Sige, go ahead.
Kahit na, basta Mayo. Eh,
Opo, sir.
from April 5, almost 1 month, bigsak, and 2 days, saka kayo nag-communicate.
Sir, we deploy our detective search nung matanggap namin, sir, nung April 21, sir.
Ang gulo.
Para
Ang tanong ko, you received the complaint April 5.
April 5, sir.
Tapos, nag-communicate kayo kay Atty. Matibag, May 7 na.
Nag-communicate po kami, sir, kay Sir Matibag, sir. May 7, sir.
O, yun nga, mo na
Yes, sir.
naman.
Mr.
2
Chair,
days.
I want to
Bakit
interject.
ganun katagal?
Hindi ko lang, sir, matandaan yun, sir, yung date, sir. Pero our detective personnel, sir.
Andali, matatandaan mo yun kasi may record kayo dapat.
Yes, sir.
Di ba? Pangalawa, pag tinanong kita, kasi May 7 lang ang hawak-hawak mo. Yung first communication was May 7 to LBC, di ba? Tama? First letter mo.
First letter, sir, 7, sir.
Oh,
May
7.
7. Yes, sir.
Then,
May 8, sir.
8, then,
May 13, sir.
13. Submit to this committee yung proof that indeed you have delivered that such communication to Atty. Matibag.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Kaya niya ba?
Yes, sir.
Within the day.
Yes, sir. May...
Can you kindly submit to us para at least may copy rin kami dito? Meron pa kayong extra copy? May copy ba tayo? Wala kayong copy na binigay sa amin. You should have given us ahead of time so we can read the issues, no? Anyway, sige, go
Mr.
ahead.
Chair.
Congressman Busita, you are allowed. You are recognized.
Mr. Chair, quick query lang and interpellation for Patrolman Hipol and Yambaw. Mr. Chair, Patrolman Hipol, clarify ko lang, from San Pedro Police Station, na-transfer kayo to Binyan City Police Station, tama?
Yes, po, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, pwede po bang pag-submitin natin ang explanation ng Chief of Police? I think, no, Provincial Director of Laguna PPO. Bakit po na-transfer si Patrolman Hipol and Patrolman Kiambao?
Yung ano,
From-
si Patrolman Hipo lang po ang na-transfer lang po.
Patrolman Hipol. Kasi Mr. Chair, matagal nang malpractice yan sa PNP, yung bang ina-transfer ka na lang ng di mo alam kung bakit. Pero tanongin po natin, Mr. Chair, Patrolman Hipol, may idea ka ba kung bakit ka na-transfer?
Your Honor, wala po.
Wala. So, dapat po may correct na yan eh. Parang pag naibulong ka, sisibaking ka na lang. So, pag ganyan po mangyari, matatakot na yung police natin na magtrabaho ng tama. So, in fairness naman po, Mr. Chair, sa Provincial Director of Laguna, pwede po bang mag-explain, mag-submit po ng written explanation ng Provincial Director of Laguna, anong dahilan at na-relieve po sa San Pedro City Police Station si Patrolman Hipol from San Pedro CPS to Binyan CPS, Mr. Chair?
Okay, so if there was indeed, I will recognize Congressman Ako, if there was really indeed a, what do you call this, reprimand, no? And the allegation of Congresswoman Matibag is right. Medyo bad practice yan sa ating mga PNP. And it is an abuse of power, no? We hope that it is not true. But if it's true, we need to penalize somebody, di ba? If there was really a penalty like this, ano, ginagawa yung ating pong mga PNP on the ground, di ba? So before I recognize si Ann Matibag, so kung ako, are you done?
Mr. Chair, yun lang po ang request ko, manifestation ko to
So
direct,
that is manifestation.
yes, Mr. Chair, to direct the Provincial Director of Laguna PPO to submit written explanation
Okay, yeah. Yes, so
for
PD,
the transfer of
you want to answer back?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, sige, go ahead. Para at least 5 minutes na lang tayo.
Yes, Your Honor. Indeed, we have here a reassignment order of Patrolman Hipol from San Pedro to Binyan dated December 27 and effective December 28. Which in fact, I am not yet the provincial director, so I had to investigate this matter and allow the former director to explain the reasons why this reassignment order was issued, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, in the rest of time, submit na lang po sila ng
Submit na lang kasi medyo
written explanation, Mr. Chair.
we need to wrap up our hearing on this issue and most likely we will inject again this on the issue of Congressman Suarez. So, Congressman Ako, please.
Thank you. Yung dalawa. Reprimand ba kayo?
No, Your Honor.
Were you ever reprimanded?
No po, Your Honor.
No. Ikaw lang ang na-transfer.
Yes po, Your Honor.
From Biñan, from San Pedro to Biñan City.
Yes po.
Kailan po yun?
Nung na-transfer po ako, December 27 po.
December 27,
2023 po.
2023. Pagkatapos nung pangyayari?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Yes. Na-transfer ka after yung incident na sinasabi ni Honorable Matibag.
Yes po.
Yes. PD Laguna, who issued the order ng pag-transfer sa kanya?
Your Honors, the provincial director with his official, the acting Chief Provincial Administrative Resource Management Unit, Police Major Melencio Arcita Jr. Sir, dated December 27, 2023, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, I move that we invite the former provincial director who allegedly issued the order transferring subject PNP personnel from San Pedro to Biñan. PD,
Yes, Your Honor.
ilan ang population ng San Pedro?
As per record, Your Honor, population of PNP, Your Honor.
San Pedro lang.
San Pedro. Dapat alam mo yun at the tip of your fingers.
We have 132 PNP personnel, Your Honor.
Hindi, population.
Hindi, population.
More or less, mga 450,000.
320,000, Your Honor.
Ano?
320,000, Your Honor.
The population? Hindi, ang population ng San Pedro is more than 400,000. Di ba?
Ang voting population yung sinasabi mo, magkaiba yung population at saka voting population. So, anong population ng San Pedro?
Kasi in the last election, we have like one,
Yung
Congressman
COP,
Ako.
alam mo?
COP, please answer.
Yes, sir. 326,000.
Ang population,
Opo, sir.
ang voting population is 108, ano? Kasi voting population na natin is already 180 ata eh. Ha? 184 na ang voting population eh. So tapos, okay, possible pala. Sige, go ahead, Congressman Ako.
PD Laguna, what is the population of Biñang? Alam po ninyo, kaya ako tinatanong ito dahil wala kayong may provide na dahilan kung bakit rin-transfer nyo yung isang pulis from San Pedro to Biñan City. Now, pag rin-transfer nyo yung isang pulis, mula sa isang bayan na nangangailangan ng kapulisan, sa isang lugar na hindi nangangailangan ng kapulisan, may diferensya. Di po ba? So I'm asking you, what is the population of the city of Biñan?
Your Honor, 407,000.
400?
7,000, Your Honor.
7,000. Now, what is the number of police force in San Pedro?
The police force of San Pedro, Your Honor, is 132.
132.
With that includes the 7 NU, Your Honor.
Yes. How about the city of Biñan? Oh, alam mo yung San Pedro, hindi mo alam yung Biñan?
I'm not sure of the exact number, but it's about 140 personnel, Your Honor.
140,
Your Honor. More or less, Your Honor.
So, you cannot make that as a reason para transfer yung isang tao from San Pedro to Biñan. Kasi halos magkalapit ng iho. Di ba?
I agree with that, Your Honor.
Yes. You are the provincial commander during that time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Na-transfer. Taga saan ka?
Your Honor, taga Valenzuela City po. NCR po.
Valenzuela City. Pero itong ka sa Region 4A nakadistino.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Yan ka ba sa Region 4A na recruit?
Yes po.
Yes. So, wala akong makita na dahilan kung bakit nyo ito na-transfer siya from San Pedro to Biñan. Kasi this should be the official reason why you should be transferring members of the police force from one unit to another unit kung kailangan yung police doon sa lugar na yon.
I agree, Your Honor.
Kasi mag-isa lang siya eh. Di ba? And, Mr. Chair, Attorney
Yes.
Matibag is raising his
Attorney Matibag, you are recognized, please.
In the spirit also of transparency, maganda po yung, I admire your questioning eh. I might give a reason kung bakit po. Have to be transparent kung bakit inilipat. Kasi po, inaanak namin sa kasal tong si Paul eh. And there were report already coming to us na nung nakita na nag-escort sa amin, this is not validated, was told to me by somebody na kasama rin nila, na dahil inaanak ka sa kasal, ang amo lang natin dito, yung mayor, walang congressman sa atin. Ha? So, actually, I was expecting si Private Paul at si Sergeant Kiambao to tell the right story what happened in GSIS because I was there. They were there in patrol, doing their job. Nakita kami sa area of responsibility nila. Nung nakitang nandun kami, they did their job by doing the crowd control, di para mag-escort sa amin because meron naman pong naka-assign na PSPG kay Congresswoman eh. At saka hindi naman po namin ni-request. But apparently, nandun naman sa affidavit din yan na may tumawag. Yun din po yung pinag-practice nila kahapon eh. There is an anonymous report daw na nagsabi na nag-escort sa amin yung mga pulis, pinatawag. And they were castigated by the chief of police na hindi kayo pwedeng mag-escort dyan. Ang amo lang na Suman. Yun na po siguro yung na is getting the eye of the mayor para he got the good side. Report is na hindi po few minutes after few hours saka sila nawala bigla. We didn't even notice na nawala po sila, Mr. Chair. Dumating na lang sa amin yung report, tinapon sila sa Pasita, at ang kasunod na nga, yung inaanak namin sa kasal, na si Paul, tinapon sa Binyan. So, yun lang po yung gusto kong i-share. Probably, it will help a good congressman from Antipolo, doon po sa sinasabi niya. And I apologize for batting in doon po sa
No problem.
Maraming salamat po,
Thank you so much, Attorney Melvin. So, go ahead. You can proceed again, Congressman Ako.
I move, Mr. Chair, that Attorney Melvin Matibag submit to this committee the unsigned report that he mentioned in his statement.
So, the resource speaker is directed to give us the copy nung unsigned recommendation. Yes, thank you so much. Is that...
I forwarded the message to the chairman already, but I will also make a printed copy.
Is this the...
Wala pong pirma, pero yan po yung may report to.
Ito yung may Joselito Araha?
Opo.
Oh, okay. Kanina pa ako nag-wonder ano to. So, I got the report from Joselito Araha. In this regard, if I may read, in this regard, the Rec Admin PNCO of San Pedro, CCPS, report before the Pre-Charge Evaluation Investigation Section of the Regional Investigation Detective Management on May 22, 2024 at exactly 1 p.m. for clarificatory inquiry. Pero walang signature. So probably I will give a copy to all the members of this committee. Okay? Tapusin muna natin si Congressman na hindi pa tayo next issue, Congressman Abante. Sige, tapusin na natin si Congressman. Will you allow?
Sige, motion na
Tapos na siya. Sige, Congressman Ako, please.
May I move, Mr. Chair, that we invite Barangay Captain Inyon to the next hearing?
Yes, so there's a motion that we invite the Barangay Captain of Barangay San Antonio, San Pedro City, in the name of Jun Inyon. Is there a second motion? Duly seconded. Any objection? Hearing none, the said motion is up. Okay, next.
Police, do you have a certain police corporal Taginan under your jurisdiction?
Taginan, none po, sir.
Wala.
Opo, sir.
Walang police corporal Taginag.
Taginag, sir. Wala po, sir.
Wala. That would be all, Mr.
Thank you so much, Congressman Ako pa. So, use the mic.
Wala. Ito. Gusto ko lang tanongin si Atty. Matibag. Yung nagsabi na hindi pwedeng bigyan to si Congresswoman ng si Mayor lang. Ito po nasabi no?
Yung chief of police po. In fact, we confronted him. Kaharap po si PD. Magkakaharap kami.
Yung chief of police nagsabi?
Opo.
Anong karapatan niya magsabi noon? Tinanong niyo?
Meron po yatang mga matataas na opisyal na nakapatong sa kanya. Yun po haka-haka ko.
Mr. Chair, it is the Philippine National Police who is providing escort and security to the Congress. Not the local police. So kung meron mang mas mataas sa kanya, ay hindi dapat yan because it is the duty of the Philippine National Police to secure our government officials like Congress.
Yes, okay. Thank you so much. That is...
Mr. Chair.
Sige, Congressman Busita, you are recognized. And then after that, last word coming from Congressman Matibag. Go ahead, Congressman Busita.
COP.
Yes, sir.
According to Attorney Matibag, pinumpronta ka niya about this issue. Is it true or not?
True, sir.
So, anong sabi mo sa... Anong sinabi mo kay dito sa kay Patrol Manhip? Okay, simplihan na lang natin at yung oras natin. Yung sinasabi ni Attorney Matibag na may statement kang binitawa na hindi sila pwedeng mag-secure ng security kay Congresswoman Matibag.
Kasi parang ang sinasabi natin na pinaka-boss mo lang doon yung COP. Yung mayor, sorry. Totoo ba, hindi?
Hindi po totoo, sir.
So, are you telling us na nagsisinungaling si Atty. Matibag?
Opo, sir.
Nagsisinungaling. So, kulang yung oras natin eh. May next hearing pa naman eh. Imbestiga natin yan. And take note, COP, under oath kayo. Alam mo yan?
Opo, sir.
Again, nagsisinungaling si Atty. Matibag.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next hearing na lang tayo. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so before we recognize the last statement of Congresswoman Matibag, you want to say something before I recognize Congressman Matibag, Attorney Melvin Matibag? So,
Mr. Chair, manifest lang po ako, sir. Clarify lang po, sir, yung query ng ating Congressman ako regarding dun sa tao ko yung Taginay. Kasi meron pong katunog po sa amin, Tuginay. Corporal Tuginay. Female po yun, sir.
okay.
I move
To invite that, okay, we will be inviting that over. Thank you for the clarification. Attorney Matibag, you have the floor.
Well, salamat po, Chairman, and Congressman Busita doon sa question, ano. But at the end of the day, the truth will prevail in this committee hearing, no. I will just cite circumstances to prove na yung behavior ng Chief of Police namin is something that is not really acceptable. Ilang Chief of Police po yung dumaan na mula nung nanungkulan yung aking may bahay. From the time na board member siya, si Colonel Mendoza went to the office of Congresswoman to give a courtesy call. Inalitan po ito ni Lieutenant Colonel Haka. Pumunta rin po kay Congresswoman at nag-courtesy call upang malaman kung paano magtutulungan. Inalitan po ni Colonel Haka, pumalit po kay Colonel Haka, the late Lieutenant Colonel Isidro Aklan, yung pong namatay na hepe ng pulis ng San Pedro. Nagpunta rin po, nag-courtesy call, nagpakilala at binigay ang credential. Sumunod po na hepe ng pulis si Colonel Legion, yung pong naimbestigahan dito din na natanggal na sa serbisyo. Pumunta rin po kay Congresswoman at nakipagtulungan, humingi ng tulong. Nung pong dumating si Lieutenant Colonel Valenzuela, ni minsan po, hindi po pumunta at nakipag-usap despite our appeal na sana man lang makipag-usap. Nakaharap lang po namin siya, kaharap yung hepe ng yung provincial director, so utos po ni RD nakausapin para idulog namin personally sa kanya lahat ng sasabihin. And I think the provincial director can validate what I'm saying. Ang sabi ni provincial director Unos, sabihin nyo lahat ng sasabihin nyo para marinig sa inyo kung ano yung dapat marinig. At sinabi po namin lahat. And to our surprise, ang sagot lang niya, hindi po totoo yan, baka nakikinig lang kayo sa mga chismis-chismis. But you know, words are nothing compared to actions. Nakakapagtaka naman na ikaw naging hepe ng pulis sa isang lugar, kahit nasa barangay captain, pumupunta ka para makipag-coordinate. And then my risk classmate of class 2006, the Chief of Police of Binyan, nagulat gabi na siya humingi ng oras para makipag-courtesy call kay Congresswoman at sabihin na hindi man po ako taga San Pedro pero yung border po natin magkadikit, baka po magkatulungan tayo. So I'm just wondering. And ako po, may kanya-kanya tayong pagkukulang at kasalanan, but I'm no liar, hindi po ako sinungaling. I'm a lawyer, not a liar. Kaya, hepe, alam mo kung ano yung sinasabi mo. At alam mo yung sinabi mo kay Private People na walang congressman. At ang sinasabi mo pa, wala naman nasa pwesto yung si Atty. Matibag. Wala nang asim yan. Eh meron naman tayong mga boss na pumoproteksyon sa atin. At pinagmamalaki siyempre, nandun sa office ng regional director yung kanyang may bahay. So yun lang po yung sasabihin ko. And I think with the help of this committee, I submit and I'm thankful and I know that truth will prevail later on.